So come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off. What are we talking about today, Joe?
The thick of it.
In no way, shape or form is it going to have any... Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Well, I'll come the fuck in then.
The thick of it. Created by Armando Iannucci. Tightly written series. I think one of the best comedy series of all time. Does not use a laugh track.
Yeah.
Single camera. Very guerrilla filmmaking, actually, which is, at the time, was very unique for comedy. This show is similar in that aspect, I think, a lot to Arrested Development. Another groundbreaking comedy from around the same time.
The C word.
You're not getting a vote.
Michael,
Mom, I'm right in the middle of something. Get rid of the C word.
I'll leave when I'm good and ready.
Iannucci has talked about how Yes, Minister and its subsequent series that were titled Yes, Prime Minister.
Yes, Minister being an influence on the show.
They don't think that you're really important enough for it to be worth assassinating you.
It's of the time. There's audience laughter. I can see what Iannucci was like. Let's get into the kind of pettiness of kind of making policy. And that's funny. Not many people were looking towards kind of Danish cinema for kind of inspiration for like TV comedy.
Who'd have thought you would be able to wring comedy out of Dogma 95? So he takes that style, not totally literally, like they're not acting on like minimalist sets.
Yeah, and you're not kind of taking kind of method acting to an extreme.
Satirizing politics has always been a thing in television, but I don't think it's been done this well.
And the only kind of things I can look toward are like film, like Dr. Strangelove makes me think of this in a lot of ways. Kind of inept people in the corridors of power.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
I think we should use the carrot and stick approach, yeah. You take a carrot, you stick it up his fucking ass, followed by the stick, followed by an even bigger, rougher carrot.
This show is so revelatory in so many ways. Like, in terms of being profane, this is like the most sweary show.
If we had a swear jar next to here while we were doing this film, we'd be able to fund Trump's stupid ballroom with it. So, Joe, let's talk about the Steve Coogan aspect of the show.
Oh, that's right.
Armando Iannucci started his career basically creating the Alan Partridge character with Steve Coogan.
Like the day-to-day fake newscast, and they needed a sportscaster or a sports presenter.
I'm Alan Partridge, and that will be my World Cup 94. You can come too. Join me.
So from there, that led to Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Aha!
It led to I Am Alan Partridge.
Right, guys.
You right?
Yeah. See the match?
Which one?
Dunno.
Yeah, I do like Alan Partridge, but it's hard to get through the laugh track.
Also, in the 90s, there was still like an infancy to like single camera.
Yeah.
But it's still a seminal show.
I think Alan Partridge might have created the discomfort comedy.
Or as we say in the US, cringe comedy.
Cringe comedy.
You breathe a word of this to anyone, and I will tear your fucking skin off. I will wear it to your mother's birthday party, and I will rub your nuts up and down her leg whilst whistling Bohemian fucking Rhapsody, right?
There's definitely a Coogan verse connected to the show because Coogan shows up in the movie in the loop.
This sometimes can be a magnet for people who are slightly mentally dispossessed. And also very sensible people like yourself, Paul.
But let's talk about the cast.
Yeah, it's got a great cast. We always talk about like perfectly cast movies and shows. This is a perfectly cast show. Starting at the top with Peter Capaldi playing Malcolm Tucker.
I mean, the guy is an epic fuck up. He's so dense that light bends around him.
I think the only thing that up until this time that I knew him was Local Hero.
Local Hero is great. Very young Peter Capaldi in that.
But he's so funny in that, and he's just so earnest, which is 180 degrees to where you see him in the thick of it.
Yeah. And of course, Capaldi would later after the show go on to play the 12th Doctor. Yeah. And it's one of my favorite incarnations of the Doctor.
Do I become you?
Well, there's a few false starts, but you get there in the end.
Well, I assumed I'd get younger.
I am younger.
We should mention that the whole structure of the show is they've got a tightly written script, but there's room for improv, and that's where a lot of it comes from. Capaldi was very much not of the improv world, so he was very nervous initially getting into the show, and you would not know that because he's fucking brilliant in this.
Want a head on a plate?
We've got to give him head. That's what he's saying.
You're clever, aren't you?
Chris Addison, who I think kind of came from stand-up comedy.
Stand-up, plays Ollie Reeder.
He was also a writer on the show as well.
Ollie Reeder is like a junior advisor initially when we start.
The first few episodes, you kind of like, oh, maybe
you might relate to him.
We're supposed to be seeing it from his point of view or something like that.
I think Ollie's got one of the more interesting arcs on the show. He just gets more and more self-serving as it goes on.
Yeah. And he's also dating Emma.
Shagging the opposition. If you want to say if there's a heart or a conscience of the show, it's James Smith's Glenn.
This is a bucket of shit. If someone throws shit at us, we throw shit back at them. We start a shit fight. We throw so much shit back at them that they can't pick up shit, they can't throw shit, they can't do shit.
I could just watch scenes with his shirt and kind of tie combo, what he's wearing.
He's very well put together.
You've worked in retail, Glenn?
No, never have.
Rebecca Front, she doesn't show up until the third season. Cola Murray, she is just amazing.
She runs the gamut of emotions, especially in the last season, where she's the leader of the opposition, and she goes from extreme highs to extreme lows, and she does it so well.
I was really hoping I could count on your support. Well, I'm disappointed. All right, Mary, thank you. Bye. Fucking fibroid polyp bitch. I hope they sprout out of her abdomen and fucking choke her.
Joanna Scanlon.
Great.
She is, I think, the MVP here.
For the record, I have done nothing.
Yes, that will be your epitaph, Terry.
Terry Coverley is such probably one of the best. She just has to kind of stand there in some scenes being put upon, or just her reaction to like insults.
She never fully understands what's going on. She's a civil servant and she's the head of press for this fictional department.
She's keeps saying repeatedly, like, all I want to do is be home by 6 p.m. Like, that is her goal. Well, she sure likes some, Peter Mannion.
Mannion.
Oh, Mannion.
Have you just Googled that? What is that?
Ollie did that. Nothing to do with me. I don't want to fillet you.
So Roger Allen plays Peter Mannion, who's the Shadow Minister. His delivery, sarcastic delivery of everything is fucking brilliant.
This is the trouble with the public. They're fucking horrible.
Peter, you can't say the public are fucking horrible.
Yes, I can. I've met them.
So Olivia Poulet is Emma Messenger.
And she has some really funny lines.
She's great. Yeah. She's got some awesome delivery.
Okay, yeah, drink soon. Yeah, you too. Okay, bye. Oh, God. Just felt my ovaries cringe.
Will Smith, who plays another young conservative.
Not that Will Smith.
No, but not that Will Smith, but he would go on to greater things.
We've talked about Slow Horses, Todd and I, but yeah, Will Smith is the mastermind behind that show.
He is so childish.
He's
childlike.
He's another advisor to Peter Mannion.
So stupid.
He thinks of himself as an alpha male.
You're a very tidy man, aren't you?
There's no happiness without order. It's a Nazi quote, but nonetheless stands the test of time.
We should mention that Joanna Scanlon is in the 4th season of Slow Horses.
What on earth has been going on here? Do we have a leak?
No, he's been waterboarding me.
Why?
Stuart Pearson, played by Vincent Franklin. So then he actually becomes the Malcolm in the last season.
With his character, they can kind of make fun of like people that are loving technology or just touchy-feely languages in politics when you're just trying to obscure what it actually is. Peter Mannion
hates him
because he knows like what you're doing is just bullshit.
Well, he's also not tech savvy either.
When is a party not a party?
When it's at your house?
So yeah, that's the basic cast. And there's also other characters that are continually popping up. My favorite is Julius Nicholson, played by Alex McQueen. How would you describe Julius?
Can I wear this hat to describe?
Your baldy swimming cap?
Yeah, my baldy swimming cap.
You've done some pretty awful things to me in my time, but this takes the bloody biscuit. And you've pissed on that biscuit, and I've got to eat it. Well, here's the news, Malcolm. I will not eat the pissy biscuit.
Sam, no pissy biscuits.
They call him the big sky thinker.
Because he doesn't want to kind of get into like the kind of nitty gritty that Malcolm and others.
But he wants to improve government efficiency. Like he's kind of British Doge.
But for my kind of person not on here is David Haig as Steve Fleming.
Steve Fleming's only in 2 episodes, but he's so memorable.
I am going to join Dan Miller's team and then we are going to take you down. We are going to take you down to Funky Town. Funky Town Centre, here you come. Chew, fucking chew.
He's trying to like hold his anger in, and it's just,
and when
he's like it's venting, but it's
when it blows, it's so funny.
But he's like, it is
all this talk about Andy Murray.
We are the Gallagher brothers of politics. How does that work? Does that mean that I'm the semi-talented songwriter and you're the fucking loutish prick? That's a lovely analogy.
Another good side character is Polly Kemp. I have her listed here, but she's basically, she should be a side character. Yeah. She's Robin.
Oh my God,
she's another civil servant.
You know about that, do you?
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. I do.
Is she Terry's assistant?
Technically, because Terry will say emphasize that. Yeah.
Right.
Even though I don't think so, because I think Robin is,
she doesn't think she is.
She doesn't think she is.
But yeah, she's great. Robin's also extremely dense. Second spin doctor who shows up from time to time is Jamie McDonald.
I think someone refers to them as the Caledonian Mafia, you know.
I think it's Ollie, and he's even more crass than Malcolm.
Malcolm has like a brain, but like Jamie's
all like reaction.
If you bring up the subject of Al Jolson, you better watch out.
You take the piss out of Jolson again, and I will remove your iPod from its tiny nano sheath and push it up your cock.
We need to talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah, there's a huge pedophile-shaped elephant in the room regarding the show, and it's Chris Langham.
I'm not quite sure what level of reality I'm supposed to be operating on.
For those who might not know, Chris Langham was found guilty of possessing child pornography in 2007. So Chris Langham played Hugh Abbott, who's the first DOSAC. It's not DOSAC when it starts, it's the Department of Social Affairs, but he's the first minister of that department. And he's a sad sack, very incompetent, but very funny too.
And attached to the hip of Glenn, or Glenn is attached to the hip of him.
So you get the impression that they go back, their entry into politics was together.
Like Glenn thinks Hugh has his back.
Yeah, Hugh does not.
Ollie, hi, it's Hugh. I just wanted to say thank you very, very much. The way you shifted the spotlight onto Glenn was quite Tucker-esque, really very Machiavellian, if you know what I mean. Well done.
When that news came out, like him being caught up in child porn and all that,
it's hard to like divorce that when you're watching it.
Once they knew that the charges that he was up against, they filmed those specials where he's not in them.
He's conspicuously absent.
I think the makers of the show were being ethical as they could, under the circumstances.
Absolutely. And it actually makes the show better.
Yeah, it does. He is not the show. Chris Langham is not the show. Rebecca Front comes in and replaces him as Nicola Murray, and she's just amazing.
Bringing in celebrities looks desperate. He says it's the sign of a dying government.
We are a dying government. Our hair's falling out, and we're coughing up blood, and our kids are asking us to change the will.
Why don't we get into the kind of the premise of the show? It's a political satire, and it's basically following, when we start, this sort of 10th-rate department in the British government called the Department of Social Affairs, and it later becomes the Department of Social Affairs and Citizenship. Malcolm Tucker is the unnamed party's spin doctor.
And Malcolm is kind of based on Alistair Campbell. He was like the spin doctor for the Blair era.
He's constantly putting out fires
that he may have actually started
in his attempts to maneuver things around. And sometimes they blow up in his face. And he's also a nonstop insult machine.
There are certain scenes, people beneath him working as cleaners or something like that.
Oh, he's totally pleasant to them.
But it's all insults, it's all invective, it's threat,
And it's some of the best written and delivered insults in the history of film and television.
I would agree.
You're a fucking omnishambles, that's what you are. You're like that coffee machine, from bean to cup, you fuck up.
And he has like a litany for each character in here. Yeah.
Right. My favorite is he's got so many different nicknames for Ollie. Yeah. Tintin's sexy sister. He calls him Charlie Bucket. Yeah. Like Phil, he calls Shitehead Revisited. That might be my favorite one.
Each episode is like, what are they trying to contain in this particular day?
That's evident right in the pilot, where Hugh says he had a conversation with the PM that we should do this.
Should does not mean yes.
What?
Hugh, what? Stop saying what.
The pilot is one of the best pilots, I think, of all time.
Yeah.
It nails it right out of the gate.
You're thrown it in with these people.
Hugh Abbott, played by Chris Langham, is the administrator of the department. His first top advisor is Glenn Cullen, played by James Smith, and his junior advisor is Ollie Reeder, played by Chris Addison.
And who more handles the kind of press perspective.
Joanna Scanlon is the civil servant who's in charge of the press department for the department. So non-political role. And then you just meet a lot of like side characters. But it's mostly that core group in the first 2 seasons.
Hugh Abbott really doesn't have a particular thing he wants to push.
Nothing.
There's something he doesn't want to do. By the end of the episode, he's going to have to do that said thing.
Like closing special needs children's schools.
I know. For Glenn, that he's promising that that was a red line I will never do.
Glenn leaned over to me and he said, you know, if only this was a super school. Inclusion is not an illusion.
They did specials.
Yeah, like a Christmas special and a New Year special. And I think the second special, Spinners and Losers, is one of the best political stories ever written, regardless if it's a comedy. It's so brilliantly written. This coup within like the labor government that's happening. You see it happening in real time. It's so good.
Find out who's leaking yet?
I have.
It's Julius. Nicholson! That baldy pussy! If he thinks he's leaking now, you wait to see him when I'm finished with him. He'll look like fucking Mel Gibson's Jesus. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Because of the problems with Chris Langham, they replace Hugh Abbott with Nicola Murray, who is a way more interesting character.
Let's roll some tits up the flagpole and see if anyone gets wood.
Oh, Christ, it's like being trapped in a fucking boys' toilet.
In a lot of ways, she's more competent.
She's very competent.
But she's striving to be competent.
And she's also indecisive. I think that's her undoing. When she actually becomes the leader of the opposition in the last season, she's too mealy-mouthed to actually initiate anything. She wants to like just maintain more normality, where she actually has this disastrous idea to like adopt one of the policies of the coalition government.
Can you U-turn, maybe?
No! That was a U-turn. If I do another U-turn, it's an O-turn.
She actually had some ideals. She believes in something.
And like it's witted down each day.
Well, it's a good contrast for Malcolm, who doesn't want ideals. Hugh had no ideals. He was just doing the job, as bad as it was.
You're only following orders. Oh, thanks. So you won't make me feel bad except by comparing me to a concentration camp guard.
No, right.
I think she handles her own well with Malcolm.
No, absolutely.
Because I think
Hugh was more afraid of Malcolm.
I know.
Where the point where he actually hides in a cabinet.
She has a funny thing, especially when Steve Fleming and Malcolm are kind of berating her.
This is such a great double act, isn't it? Good cock, bad cock.
I love like when Steve Fleming is like, "You've got such a potty mouth." Don't you?" Like he's actually like weirdly coming on to her. Steve Fleming is great.
You want us to work all through the night on this?
It would be very much appreciated upstairs.
Ah, well, I'm an atheist.
By the Prime Minister. I did get the joke, by the way.
It also kind of mirrors what was happening to
British politics.
The third season. The party was kind of like losing its grip.
It was on its death throes. The last season is then the opposition government. The Conservatives were now in power. It's a coalition government with the Liberal Dems. Yeah. And you've got Peter Mannion, who's now in charge of the Department of Social Affairs and Citizenship. Jeffrey Streetfield is the junior minister who has no power, but he thinks he does.
Will you please tell me why Terry Coverley is not on this list?
Sorry, Peter, she's too expensive to get rid of.
Christ, Fergus, we both know she's a fart in a frock and I want her wafted out of here.
My hands are tied.
Fuck you. You're not getting in my car tonight.
All roads lead back to Terry.
The structure remains the same. It's basically every day you're putting out fires. Similar with Arrested Development, setups and payoffs.
Yeah.
Like setups will happen in one episode that will pay off like 4 or 5 episodes later, which adds to its complete rewatchability.
Money.
Adult working in politics.
Quiet, fat people on every fucking paper.
Was Mrs. Murray not the subject of huge derision as a result of this?
No, she was a subject of huge derision before this.
We're going to talk about the best episode of the show. And it's hard to actually pick the best episodes because every episode's great. There's not a bad episode of the show. That's why it's so rewatchable. Yeah. My methodology for this is like the best 5 episodes that encapsulate the entire series.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a top 5, I think The Inquiry would be like in my top 5.
You know, I don't get any sense that they've got a big plan or anything. You know, to be honest, I think they're just trying to get through the day without cooking up and drink as many hot drinks as possible in the process.
Moving on.
So what happens is it's a plot thread that's set up initially in that final season. Mr. Tickle, or Tickle is his actual name, but he's this
homeless nurse
who's been kicked out of his block of housing.
Block of housing for people in a particular, that were working for the government.
And he's protesting. And it's a headache for Peter Mannion's department. And because this is the conservative government, they do not give a shit about this person. They're just waiting for him to get out of the picture. And eventually this character, spoiler alert, kills himself. And that sets up basically the end of the series.
Yeah. And it's kind of a masterclass in what they do.
It's great. It's basically all the characters basically have to explain themselves for everything they've done throughout the entire series. And you're seeing all the characters through outside eyes.
You also just know, like, this is like a thin veneer of like respectability. Like, all these people are already compromised on this committee too.
That leads to Malcolm's final monologue in that to the committee, to the hearing, is my favorite monologue of the show, because he basically says that he's committed perjury, but he's trying to deflect from that. But what he's saying is true at the same time while also deflecting from perjury.
It's brilliant.
How dare you blame me for this, which is the result of a political class which has given up on morality and simply pursues popularity at all costs.
So another episode from our top 5 would be the Sweary Woman of Whitehall episode. The Department of Social Affairs and Citizenship has moved to a new building, and the email system isn't quite working. And long story short, Hugh sends a sweary email that he thought was
intended for Glenn,
but it ends up going to an 11-year-old girl
with the same kind of, what would have been the same name.
And it's from Terry's computer.
Yeah. Terry accepts the blame, but she's not going to let.
She doesn't accept it lightly.
You're going to take a bad story and you make it worse. You say, oh, hi there, everyone. I know this looks bad, but, wait till you hear this. It was actually the Minister for Social Affairs and Citizenship who called a small child a cunt. So there you are. It really is very much worse than we thought.
Number 3 is also a Hugh episode. It's from the 2nd season. It's the Piss Woman episode.
Oh, my God, yes.
One of the terms that's is it in British politics? Going to the coalface.
You're showing that you're doing like hard menial labor jobs.
Meeting the people, I guess, too.
People, yeah.
So, Hugh goes to check out this factory.
He's kind of working, inspecting.
It's just basically a photo op, press op. And this woman who's a cleaner in the factory confronts him with her mother's
kind of health issues.
Yes.
What is my name? What are you grinning at? Do you think it's funny? Do you think I'm funny? Do you think my mother's piss is funny? Well, it's not funny. She's not laughing. She's pissing herself. I'm not laughing. I'm crying.
This is all on film, and so basically it's all the cleanup from the Piss Woman in this episode.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I think number 2 on our list would be this is a Nicola Murray, the 4th season episode where she accidentally initiates a leadership challenge to the Prime Minister. And she's just trying to be PC in this BBC interview, but it comes out wrong.
The best person.
It's got one of my favorite lines in the entire series, spoken by Malcolm.
Right, people, listen up. It's a fucking lockdown right now.
Come off it. We're not in a prison drama, are we?
We are in a prison drama. This is the fucking Shawshank Redemption, right? But with more tunneling through shit, no fucking redemption.
The number 1 episode of all time is also in the 4th season. It's where Nicola and her opposition,
Peter Mannion,
have to go on BBC radio.
On like nighttime radio and have a debate.
And this is where I think the first instance where you're like, the current government's on its way out.
Yeah, Peter Mannion is there with Phil Smith.
Emma should be maintaining this. Glenn and Terry are there.
Those two are absolutely awful. She is a complete bitch. I think he might be simple.
American networks became interested, particularly ABC.
There was an American pilot remake.
What did he say exactly?
He said this is the kind of thing we should be doing.
Should. Doesn't mean do it. It means we should do it. Practically means shouldn't.
It's like saying something sounds like a good idea. It means the reverse.
Christopher Guest directed that episode.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And
I think he just ran into too many constraints.
Written by Mitch Hurwitz, who made
Which
his
is surprising.
bones with Arrested Development.
Which had just ended.
And you've got Michael McKean, you've got a lot of heavy hitters.
So why didn't it work?
Doing it for like network TV, you're going to have to minimize any profanity.
Basically no profanity.
They try to make certain people likable. This episode, like the thick of it, no one is likable.
There's a long history of Americanizing British TV. They end up softening the edges of the show.
And most recently, The Office came over here and like,
which I'm not a fan of.
I like, a lot of people like it, but at the same time,
it's got a huge fan
really
base.
softened the edges. As that American pilot went nowhere, they were developing In the Loop.
It's a really good movie.
It's a really good movie.
It's not as good as the show.
You're against talking up the war. Is that why you said climb the mountain of conflict? Do you know what you sounded like? You sounded like a fucking Nazi Julie Andrews.
The only actors who play the same characters from the show are Peter Capaldi and Paul Higgins.
That's enough of all the fucking Oxbridge pleasantries.
I was just, what's Oxbridge about saying hello?
Shut it! Love Actually!
James Smith and Chris Addison are all in it, and Joanna Scanlon's in it too. Chris Addison is basically playing Ollie, but his name's Toby.
And he's much earlier in his kind of career.
Yeah.
It introduces Anna Klumsky, who would become a cast member of Veep. I would give it a solid B, but like the thick of it is just like...
It's an A+.
It's an A+.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll do like a second look on In the Loop.
Yeah.
Fucking hang up, haven't you? Fucking hoity-toity.
Hey, buddy,
fucking...
hey. Enough with curse words, all right?
Kiss my sweaty balls, you fat fuck.
This is actually a good like sort of crossroads between the thick of it and
Veep.
Just ask Kemi to be your Veep.
In the words of the great Eleanor Roosevelt, I would rather cheese grater my clip.
Okay, so we'll put a pin in that.
That too.
Veep got basically the tone perfectly right.
Yeah.
You know, setting it in like the vice president's office is the perfect sort of setting.
It's a joke in itself.
Nobody's likable in Veep. That's
No. There's certain ones that are kind of endearing. Like the Richard Splett character. He is like so kind of oblivious that you kind of like him.
It took the basic premise and got it right and then did its own thing with it. And Richard Splett, I think, is a perfect example of that. And also...
Jonah.
Jonah, yes.
How am I doing? Eating so much pussy I'm shitting clits, son.
Hey!
What?
This is an elementary school. Watch your spewing mouth, you animal!
Hey, you're gonna pay for that. That is assault. That is assault. You are witnesses.
I would imagine a lot of people have seen Veep, but like seek out the thick of it because it's definitely worth it.
That is why I will resign as leader of the Labour Party. I have spoken to His Majesty the King this morning to inform him of my decision.
I imagine like things going on with the Labour Party in Britain right now. There are probably people making memes of Malcolm Tucker right now as things are imploding.
So politics has surpassed satire
at
this point. They could not do this show now.
No.
We just had a White House event where there was a UFC fight.
I was just showing my son Idiocracy this week. That thing that Trump did with the UFC, that is like something President Camacho would have done.
But at least President Camacho
would have gotten in the ring.
And he also he listened to advisors. Yeah. So I think we're beyond Idiocracy at this point.
But I got a solution.
That's what you said last time, dipshit.
I got a solution. You're a dick. South Carolina, what's up? That's what I thought.
One thing I want to mention about the last episode of the show, it's got one final great speech by Malcolm, where he's talking to Ollie, who basically is taking over Malcolm's job. The one thing that Ollie mentions is that Malcolm is irrelevant because now we're in the age of algorithms determining everything. And now we're in that age. Yeah. And things are so much worse.
Much worse.
Should we rather have the algorithms or Malcolm back? I think I would pick the Malcolms.
I do too.
It basically takes human engineering to manipulate humans.
Yeah.
Basically is what we're saying. So think of it. Great show. I think this is my favorite show of all time.
This is 1 or 2 for me.
Well, Joe, I'd love to stay and continue this chat, but I'd rather have type 2 fucking diabetes.
Fuckity bye.